Hugh Stevens is still here, but we're also joined by Guy and Pete from Elbow, and they're dispensing amazing advice. Guy Garvey, give us the advice on how to do the perfect high five.
I was educated by Jessica Hoop, who's a Californian. They're very fond of the high five in California. If you want to hit the spot every time, if you never want to miss that high five, which is what puts me off doing it, apart from you look a bit of an idiot as well. Right, look at the elbow of the arm about to do it.
Come on, Pete.
And try it now.
We're going to have to do it.
Wow,
nice work.
Every time.
2004, your first time here, and unlike other bands who may have built their way up from smaller stages, so didn't have to grow up suddenly in public, your first appearance was on the main stage, was it?
That's right, wasn't it? In the afternoon, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Shockingly frightening.
Yeah. It's so exciting, though. It's like, you know, despite all the other gigs and fezzes we've done all over the world, they're all rehearsals for this one. Yeah, so it's really an amazing thing to be up there.
We've asked a couple of bands this. How do you learn? Is there an education in how to write a set list for a festival? Is that something you hone over the years?
It's difficult. It's arguments. Always arguments.
Right.
Writing a set list, it's difficult.
It's the most trying part of the job. We spend a good hour a day having a row about it. Money changes hands.
It really bribery within the band?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
You have to do it before a drink as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So if it takes some time, it's probably... if you've not sorted it out in the first 2 hours...
Yeah,
it's probably getting worse.
But it's something. It's just trial and error. You've just got to do loads of them and see what works. You can try and predict how a crowd's going to act and be so wrong.
Yeah,
you know.
You kind of tailor it as well to the time of the day that you're playing. If it's like a sunny afternoon, and you know, you kind of think what you'd want to hear then. Yeah. So you can play chill tunes and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you ever worry who's on before you and who's on after you?
To be honest, at a festival, I don't think anybody does, because it's nobody and everybody's crowd.
Right.
And the other thing is that there's no sound check, which suits me down to the ground. I hate sound check. Right. but it's like, you rock up. It's the hardest gig that your crew ever do, because they've got to fly the stuff on 20 minutes, and they're always working to the second that you walk on stage.
I described it the other day. It's like pop music. It's equivalent of a pit stop in F1.
Yeah, totally.
You have to train your crew to be the fastest crew.
Oh, yeah.
To get it right.
Yeah.
So a wheel doesn't come off.
And the thing is that these days, because the bigger the stages get, you know, if I want to move around, I can't have the old wedge monitors, I can't have the speaker on the floor. Yeah. So I've got in-ear monitors. So they're switched on before I get up on stage, so my ears get used to them, and I hear the crew working. I'm not getting it, you know. It's turn it up, change the line, you know what I mean? And it's happening to the moment that you walk on stage.
Have you ever heard them saying something like, get it right, you know what he's like?
We did a festival, we played with The Cure a few years ago, and one of my pedals wasn't working, and one of the crew was trying to fix it, and he looked at me and said, I don't know what to do, and I was like, I don't want to wear that. It got sorted, but it was pretty freaky.
Mid-set, I don't know what to do.
Do you, I mean, this is one of the things, now we have big screens at festivals, you can see obviously the sort of reactions of the band a lot more. Have you noticed that, Hugh, that one of the things is you do sort of look at the band and at their faces?
You can look at Bono's glasses close up and go, what are those on his face? They're weird glasses. Yeah, absolutely.
But also it means that this Fight Like Apes gig just earlier on down at the John Peel stage, you could tell when Mackay the singer smiled for the first time during this fourth song, I think, they'd got the crowd and they were quite happy. Is there a moment, and can you tell within the band? Do you look
totally.
Around? Yeah.
Well, actually, having said that, we quite often come off stage and like maybe we'll all have had the best gig we've had in years, and one of us will have had an appalling one.
Right.
And because you don't want to communicate that to the audience, we've got really good at hiding it.
Right.
So quite often we'll come off stage and we've all had a totally different gig.
Yeah.
And you end up protesting, but it was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know,
as long as one person had a good gig, it was probably a good gig.
Yeah. You kind of have to trust each other on that.
So what have you got lined up for today? What can you give away?
Well, it's our 20th anniversary today.
Today?
Yeah. Well, we knew it was the month of June. We don't remember the exact day, but we thought we should celebrate it here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it was 20 years ago today. Boom, boom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel almost special. I feel like I should have bought you a card if I'd have known.
Well, you should have done, Steve.
Once you only said that, there's a stall selling everything. I'll probably manage to fashion one up for you by later on today when you see you next.
Pete's going to wear entirely tie-dye on stage. Tie-dye tights.
It's tie-dyed leotard. I'll be fashioning.
Where are you going to find tie-dye at Glastonbury?
Who'd have thunk it? A tie-dye stall next to wacky hats. Of course.
Without you even playing elbow, you already own the festival for me, because when we were trying to get in, my mate had lost his photo ID yesterday. 2 of your crew were trying to get in as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were singing with I Am Clute yesterday afternoon.
I was supposed to be. They axed me, Hugh.
Oh, right, OK, because he was going there. He's on stage, I need to be in. Everyone's got yellow bags that the Guardian newspaper are putting out with your lyrics all over it.
I know, it's amazing.
Across the site as well. And apparently I saw on Twitter, like 3 a.m. on Thursday morning, before I got on site, there was a big sing-song up in the Stone Circle.
A flash mob, I heard about that.
Oh, yes,
before we got
a
it.
flash mob.
Yeah. So it was quite 5,000 people, apparently.
That's it, wow.
You missed that.
Yeah.
You missed our own party.
You would have thought they might have told you.
Yeah,
I suppose
exactly.
that would destroy the flash mobbiness. I don't think it probably is. Anyway, listen, boys, have a great gig tonight. Thank you very much
Cheers,
for coming by.